Welcome to Bright Ideas, a video series sponsored by Industrial Sage and Acuity Brands, where we examine trends and innovations in the lighting industry. Today we are going to discuss the role of utility rebates in the lighting industry. I'm joined by Will Walker from Incentive Energy. Will, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
For those that are not familiar with Incentive Energy, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. Incentive exists to simplify the complex world of utility rebates. We do this with our proprietary platform called Incentivizer. It's like the Google of utility rebate programs. It aggregates over 3,000 utility programs, all the requirements, the energy calculations, and all of the products that qualify for rebates, from the Energy Star product list to the Design Lights Consortium.
So it sounds like you're a bit of a rebate expert. Can you tell me a little bit about how rebates started, what the goal of those programs are?
Sure. So I get this question a lot. If utilities are in the business of selling energy, why would they pay people to use less? And there's two primary reasons.
That's a pretty good question.
Yeah, right? It just doesn't make sense on the surface. Well, there's two primary reasons. The first one is the relationship between a utility and its customer is fairly linear. You use energy, you pay for energy. And I don't know about you, but each month when I get the notice I've got to pay a utility bill, I don't get super excited.
No, not at all.
But the reality is, if my power was cut off, I'd be in a world of hurt. Right?
Yes,
no
I
lights,
want my Wi-Fi.
Exactly, that would be a real problem. So utilities are looking to improve that relationship, and rebates are a terrific way to do it. You're thinking, I've got a project that, whether it's lighting or heating and cooling or something, it needs an upgrade, or I want to retire some equipment, or I just want something better. A utility rebate basically helps offset some of that financial cost, and it puts you into a category of product that is probably much better than the one you're replacing. The second reason, and this is the main reason why utilities offer these programs, is because utilities are facing an aging infrastructure. The transmission and distribution lines in most areas are several decades old, and that's a problem. Every day we're using more electricity, whether it's our laptops or lighting in our house or heating and cooling.
Phone, laptop,
exactly.
Kindle, and television.
All of them on at the same time, and if you have kids, forget about it. But in the professional setting, in a commercial setting, this is still a problem. And so utilities are trying to figure out, do we charge our ratepayers, our customers, more money so we can update this equipment? Do we charge them more to maybe build another power plant? But both of those expenditures are measured in the millions to billions of dollars. And it is much more affordable both for the utility and for us as customers if they offer a rebate to lower the grid demand. Use a little less energy, they don't have to invest in capital improvement projects, our rates don't go up. And so it's in our interest to participate in these programs for two reasons. One, we get a rebate, and two, then the utility knows what their grid load will look like over the next few years. If we don't participate, they don't know, they might have to build a power plant.
So obviously technologies are continually changing over time, things are getting more efficient, there's lots more demand. Can you tell me a little bit about different trends you've seen in the utilities in the utility rebate market over the last 5 years or so?
Yeah, well, the change is only accelerating. Right now, the big emphasis is controls, and specifically network lighting controls. These are complex systems, but utilities are trying to find ways to simplify the application process to increase the rebates and make them more accessible for more customers. There's so much emphasis on it that thought-leading organizations within the efficiency space, namely the Northwest Energy Efficiency Alliance and the Design Lights Consortium, are investing time and resources in quantifying what is the true energy savings of these systems. Their analysis shows that there's a 45% decrease on the LED usage when a network lighting control system is installed. That's massive. You think about the fact that you've gone from maybe fluorescent and HID down to LED, that's a big drop already,
right.
But then you can take that small amount of energy and maybe even cut it in half. That's practically no energy use.
Mm-hmm. So there seems like there is a lot of opportunity out there for rebates and savings. How does someone keep up to date of all of the different changing programs?
That's a great question.
They seem very geographic and lots of different angles there.
That's right. It's layers of complexity. You have one program which is complex and it's next to another program that's very complex, and then across the country, guess what? There's another program that's very complex. And so we've seen a variety of different solutions. Some folks have kind of their homegrown spreadsheet, which is a little risky because programs can change very quickly. And if you're planning a significant project that may be measured in the millions of dollars and you've got outdated information, you've got a real problem. There are also other companies out there that have tried to aggregate all this information, but frankly, it's an enormous amount of data, and to keep up with it is just exceptionally difficult. Incentive maintains a team of developers and analysts that can keep up with it, and so Incentivizer really is the one-stop shop for keeping tabs on all this information. And then lastly, we are working with utilities to help streamline the experience, whether it's improve the application process, improve how the rebate information is cascaded, improve how they calculate energy savings. We're working with utilities to just simplify all of these complex programs into one simple solution for customers to use.
So a really simple solution there. So can you tell me a little bit about the benefits specifically to electrical distributors?
Sure. Well, electrical distributors are in a pretty unique position. The history of rebate programs is, here's a paper application, you customer go fill it out. Well, utilities pivoted somewhere around 2009 and said, well, what if we offered a discount at the point of sale? And you saw this in residential programs where you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and there's the discount on the shelf.
Right.
Well, in commercial lighting that didn't exist, so they started doing that. And there was this slow, gradual transition across the country where now there's well over 30 midstream lighting programs. That's where distributors are offering discounts right away to their customers, thanks to the utility discounts. And it's streamlining the experience for customers. There's no paper application anymore, and distributors are now able to leverage these rebates where it matters at the decision-making point. And so that's the first big benefit. And we see this this benefit reaps huge rewards for those distributors that can really wrap their arms around it. There's a great case study that I love to share about a distributor in Colorado. Program launches, they realign their business model so that they can focus on those product categories offered through that instant program. And as a result, those product categories saw a 3,000% increase in sales.
That's incredible.
Year over year,
right.
And just continued to grow as the program matured. And but the reality is, not every distributor can do that, right? Larger distributors, in fact, the largest ones in North America, really seem to struggle with midstream programs. And the feedback that I've heard is that they've got locations across the country. The nuances to the programs make it very complex for them. Silos within their own organization, and this is how we do things, and it's kind of already organized, and midstream programs just have a harder time fitting in there. But there are resources to help them. And so Incentive and Acuity are bringing some of those to their partners today, whether it's through the Incentivizer widget on the Acuity website, our ROI calculators, our lookup tools, and more recently our e-commerce and ERP integrations take some of that, how do we work in a large organization, and really simplify it and make it part of their business operations.
That could create a lot of transactional ease there.
That's right.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Oh, and how do I find that tool?
Oh, that's right. So if you just go onto Google and look up Acuity Utility Rebates, should be the very first link there. It'll take you to the Acuity website and you'll be able to start searching.
Great. Will, thank you for your time today, all of this helpful information. Appreciate it. Please join us for our next episode. We're going to give you all the details about a new tax benefit for building owners renovating their properties. Watch for how you or your customers could take advantage of savings and benefits today before it's gone.